Good evening and welcome to the stream. It is Little Friday and for various reasons I wanted to stream. I actually wanted to stream yesterday, but yesterday was not a brilliant day for me, so I ended up not doing it. I probably should have anyway, but I ended up not doing it. So here we are today instead. Basically, long story short, I'm not going to really go into much of it, but if you remember last time I did Terrapuppercraft, I talked about the bad news I got last week, and that a couple of people had added on to it. Well, I'm over the thing with the people, but the bad news kind of came back and bit me in the ass a second time, so yeah. But yeah, it is time for some more Terrapuppercraft, because if you remember where we left off, we did a little bit on the house last time. We still have our house rooster who decided to come visit, and you have been saved from the morning squall because oh, it was loud a moment ago. They all decided to coo at the same time, right when I opened the game. We have Minimoo. Minimoo was familiarized last time, so all that is done. So what we're going to do now is we are going to get some Cassiderite, because we are missing some to be able to progress to the next level. So the first thing we're going to do here is prepare so that we can actually head out. Probably will wait a little bit with heading out because we want to head out at the right time of day, but this one goes there. We'll unseal it so we can fill it. Okay, let's see. We have enough ladders, but do we have enough support beams, or do we want more? We'll probably have enough. I would, though it's not safe for Minimoo where we're going. Okay, so let's see. I'm wondering actually, do we have wall space in there? We do. We should probably use that. I forgot I moved my lumber over here. Do need some extra lumber, and I need more acacia as well. Oh. Alright, so let's get a couple of willow. Let's get some acacia as well. Alright. Oh, before we go inside again, these we're gonna need. We are in late spring at the moment. Okay, so these go in backpack, so we are completely full because ore fits in vessels, so we're not gonna need the extra space. So let's see here. These two we put in there. These we put here. This one we will put on the wall here. We should put it there or there. I think it looks better there. We're gonna need the prospector's pick. And then one more thing we need. I'm gonna bring a second jug. Okay, I think that is everything, except we probably want some more sticks. Oh, completely forgot to actually place the prospector's pick. So I'm thinking we want to head out at the end of the night. Because then most of the monsters should be despawned when we get over there. Alright, how is the farm looking? There is some tomatoes done. Some onions done. And everything else is still in the waiting. Let's see, this needs a C. This needs a B. Let's do a soybean for that one, and I guess a garlic. Alright, time to prepare some food. Bums. Yeah, that's a problem when you can't pull stuff like that up again. Maybe you can search it up on the internet? Sometimes you can find answers like that. Not always, depends on the game. Let's see. We will need some bowls. Probably won't need 4. Can probably do with 3. Okay, we have an onion ready for pickling. Let's do that first. Difficult to know. Where's milk? The fruit trees are close to being fully grown now, which is exciting. Brine. Alright, let us see here. Okay, we don't have very much here. And we would have to cook more eggs. So let's use some of our soybeans. So we'll use that substituting the eggs. We have the green apple. We don't need to worry about that. Pickled squash cheese. Is it regular pickled or no, pickled smoked? Good, good. Boom, boom, boom. Let's use our onion cheese. Okay, then we need veggies. And since we have garlic already going, let's use some more garlic. Alright, so we would like a salad. A garlic salad with cheese and soybeans and apple. Overly sweet, ridiculously sour, somewhat salty, and ridiculously savory. Just gonna make 3. Should be enough. We have used a full stack of ice. That is definitely more ice than I use in my private world. So ice seems to be depending on, what is it called, on the ambient temperature, how quick it consumes. Which makes sense. Okay, so these we're not gonna need. We need those sticks. I mean, bad game design is not really dependent on the amount of people making the game. It's just a general thing. Like you can have 1,000 people making a game and it still turn out crap. Okay, I probably won't need my weapons, but since there could be enemies where we are going, I'm going to bring them anyway. Hello. Alright, so it is 22, still a little early. Actually, one thing we should probably do, I need some, looks like the rooster got out of the house. I need some dirt. Yeah, definitely. Alright, I'm not going to use all the willow, but some of it. There we go. So that charcoal can burn while we are out. And the reason for that is, like, we want to build up a stockpile of charcoal, because once we get the bloomery actually done, we're gonna need 32 charcoal per run. That's a lot. And each run of this gives us a certain amount, depending on what quality of ore we use. The small ones here, for instance, 2.4 ingots, not very much. The rich one, and that is when I am going to need a calculator, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do it. So I can do it, just I'm going to mess it up. 8.4 ingots at best with rich ore, while normal ore gives you like 6. Basically, how it works is that this level here is for a charcoal base, and then every level above can store 8 ore, but also takes an equal amount of charcoal. So 8 for the bottom, then another 24, 32 total. So 24 ore plus 32 charcoal per run. Alright. It's getting close to time. Let's see here. Late summer and late autumn, well, autumn to late autumn. So none of those are going to be ready while we are out. We should figure out places to plant more fruit trees. Like, one I would really like to get in the ground is something like cherries would be nice. But in general, just so we can get some more. Oh, I see the reddening. forgot something. Don't get in my boat, I need that in a moment. Completely forgetting to bring the prospector's pick and the backpack. If I go there now, first of all, won't be able to find it, and second, I won't be able to bring anything back. Very Smith. Okay, is there anything else I'm missing? Shouldn't. Alright, now I am ready. Filled with many pretty stones should show more. Yep. Probably have to sail around this. Yep. But yeah, we can get the bloomery today, but we won't be able to go into iron yet because we don't have enough. I think we have 12 ingots worth if I remember correctly, and we need 14 to be able to break into iron level. But the amount that we really want to get is 28, because 14 for an anvil, 2 for shears, 4 for a grill, and then 8 for a hopper. And once you have those things, you have basically everything you quote-unquote need. Those are the things you want to get. You can of course make more than one of each of them, but you don't really need more than one hopper. You don't really need more than one grill, and honestly I recommend not doing more than one grill, because the grill is very laggy. So I would not run more than one at a time. So yeah, and then beyond that, of course, then you need a lot of iron. Once you got the iron things that you need, the 28 ingots for the iron things that you need, plus the iron anvil, which technically you can like jump straight to steel, and then you could then go back and make the iron things that you want, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to have to wait until steel, because in order to break into steel you need to make a blast furnace, and a full-sized blast furnace, which, since you will be draining the durability of your 2 years by running the blast furnace, you don't want to really run it without being at least tier 4. So to get a blast furnace you need 24 ingots of iron per tier and 32 base. So the blast furnace itself takes 32 ingots plus 24 per tier up to a maximum of 5. That is 120 ingots plus 32, 152, to which you need 4 more ingots to make a 2 year. So yeah, that's a lot. 156 total to get started with steel. And if your iron is then too crappy when you start going into steel, you might even need 2 years to actually get the stuff that you need to break into steel. Let's go ashore here. Boat! Okay, it's not where I think it is, because I'm pushing it. All you fellows, please go away. All these monsters. Alright, can we do this in peace? We're gonna need this one, we're gonna need this one. So, let's see. Large Cassiderite, medium, okay, large here, large there, so we know here we go in large direction, very large, okay, let's find the extreme edge, very large, large, very large, here, go back again, very large, very large, very large, very large, large, there, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Very large, very large, large. Very large. Very large, very large, 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 very large. $27. Okay, it's basically here. Would you stop? Go away. Okay. Well, let's get a little light down. I am busy here, go away. Oh, I forgot how nice this neighborhood was. Okay. Okay, diorite. Oh! Ah, it's poor Cassiderite. Well, we don't need very much, so it's okay. Let's see here. The issue here is that all of this is going to fall down. So how do we deal with that? Could take out another one and then make it a 3, yeah? Okay, not ideal. Damn it, I just want to find some solid stone. Okay, that's a mess. One. Okay. I hope we could take that out, but apparently not. Now, total, we'll need 3 ingots, because we do have samples back home, but we would like to get a little extra. Okay, that gravel is a little low. Don't like that. Weapons. Oh yes, the lovely times of mining near the surface. There's not really much I can do to prevent collapses here. I'm just trying to get as much as possible before I trigger a collapse. Oh, that's a good one. Always nice when you can get one of those to go away. It gives you a chance to actually get some supports down. Well, at some point we're going to have to worry about getting out of here. I feel like I should have brought an extra pickaxe. I'm trying to focus on the floor here because I know there's gravel not too far above, and if I trigger the gravel to fall down, it will crush every ore on the floor. And that will lose us a lot, so don't want that. By the way, it is also possible to mine using what's it called, explosive barrels. The issue with using the explosive barrels is what do we have behind here? Oh, nice. Just what I was hoping for. And pop that off, and then we get access to more ore. Basically, the explosive barrel, it will not break or destroy ore, it will pop off ore. So you can use explosive barrels to basically mine out a whole thing like this, like instantly. The problem is all the stone it hits, that stuff it will either destroy or it will make it drop as cobblestone, and that will also cause cave-ins and stuff. So it is very likely that if you use explosives, you will still have a bunch of destroyed because you don't get the whole vein, and then a bunch of cobblestone falls down on top of it. So need to be careful, but it can speed up mining significantly. Okay, that's a little scary to try to go for that one. So we will not go for that one yet. As long as we don't mine anything other than ore, we won't get cave-ins. So that is what I'm using here. I'm basically making as much space as I can and trying to go with the floor first, so that when it comes to it, hopefully we can do something smart. Not that one. Oh, I don't need the other one yet. Papa try. What is nice about the Cassiderite is you can actually see it. Like the bismuth and the other stuff we've been mining, the tetrahedrite, that stuff has just been invisible. That was one. Okay. Well, most of the stuff has gone now. Thank you. Oh. Okay. Stop falling. Okay. Let's have a way out. Okay, that takes way too long. Okay. I'm tempted to leave it at that for now, because we've gotten most of it. I don't know. Taking chances. Momo. How are we looking above midday? Hate leaving stuff half-mined. At this point, it is starting to be a fight. Damn it. Okay. We've been very lucky that we haven't had any collapses yet. This one I need to take first. Yeah, no, now I jinxed it. Okay. Well, even if we are not leaving now, don't wanna risk getting stuck there. Where did we put it? Over here. Let's just move the thingy over here. 7, 3, 49. Okay, the problem is now I'm starting to lose track of where I have been. Let's take this one, because then the one behind it will break too. Oh, in front of it rather. Should be getting towards evening, and I don't really want to leave in the evening. There's more there. Whenever you see me doing that, it is basically me taking a chance and then turning around and go, okay, now I'm run. I am totally expecting that every time I break a stone, everything will collapse. But it hasn't yet, is surprising. Okay, I am running out of things. This one though, this one is scary. Okay. I can't see anymore. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let us... We have nighttime now. Let's see here. Ugh. My salad is 45% decayed. Yum! Still says very large sample. Just because we need to spend time anyway, I'm gonna dig down. Still very large sample. Traces. Large sample. Very large sample. So let's mark it. Actually, let's do it like this. So now we know the depth of it as well, so that is good. Then, let's go in here and say this is now partially mined. It is also poor quality, so might not be one we'll be coming back to even if it is only partially mined. What time of day is it? Oh, it's not terribly late. I think I'm going to take the chance and make a break for it. So I don't have to sit in the hole all night. Zombie incoming. For some reason there's a lot more like enemies. Like when we got here when it was supposed to be safer. And now they're just like pretty much all gone. Oh, Spooder. Well, we came in rain and went in rain. Okay. I'm wondering if it would be worth it to grab one of those on the way. Probably should. Okay, it's supposed to be in here, but I can't see it because of the rain. Oh, lovely. Game. Okay, that was very close. I felt that tingling. This was a pitiful amount, but it was there. Okay, let's see this one here. Partially mined. Maybe we just run to the next one. This might not be as easy to cross over as I had hoped. one more 500 meters away. That's over there. That's definitely a sailing one. I feel like the lightning is trying to get me. A little close. Oh, it's getting lighter. I think the thunderstorm is over. Okay. This one we're not going to mine right now. Bit coal. Larger spread, lots of, larger spread height. Yeah, that's fine. Just because I don't feel like climbing up there to mine it right now. So let's head home. Now, what did we get out of that trip? About 3/4 of the entire backpack full of Cassiderite. Granted, it is poor quality Cassiderite, but like with Cassiderite, what you gotta remember is it does nothing on its own, and it's not using in any other alloys than regular bronze, which is not used in any other alloys. So especially with Cassiderite, you don't need very much, because 1 ingot of Cassiderite gives 10 ingots of bronze. So even if we'd only come back with 4 ingots worth, that would still be what is it called? Where am I going here? That would still be enough for 40 ingots, which is more than what we need. We can still have stuff for tool metal, of course, which is a good idea to have, which is why we continued mining even after we got what we needed. It is more expensive in copper, though, than the other bronzes. But in exchange for that, you don't use anything that isn't irreplaceable. Like copper, yes, you need more of it, but once you got your prospecting skill up a little, you can convert your gravel into copper. So you can get a decent amount of copper just from that if you're willing to spend the time. Of course, to those that didn't see the specific episode, or what we're going to call it, the specific stream, where I talked about it. I do in this world have chunk exhaustion turned off. I can't remember what precisely it's called, but basically when you are panning or you're using slews, after a while they will just stop working. It is a method to try and stop people from just making infinite ore, but the thing is, for the panning you're wasting, well, for both of them you're wasting resources, you're wasting your gravel. Game, seriously. So you're wasting resources that are limited, even though there are a lot of it. And for the slough, like the thing with the slough over the pan can only give copper, silver, gold and platinum. But the slough that... oh, I forgot to give myself a new boat. The slough, however, that can give more, that gives dependent on the stuff that is in the area. So that could be exploited, but the slough is bugged and doesn't work properly, so screw that. Alright. Let's just borrow this chest for now. No, not in that one. I'm just going to dump this in there for now so I can get a little bit more inventory space. Just use whatever chests we can right now. Don't do chunk exhaustion off, yes. That's a reference to the, what is it called? The choice of config option names that sometimes can get a little on the creative side. Like double negatives and stuff. That should be everything. Seal. Alright, before we do anything, tomatoes done, garlic is done, squash is done. We'll have to do that in a moment. We didn't even get to use any of them. Oh, missed the one Cassiderite. Sorry. Alright. Think more. Let's go in there. Okay, where did I put the diorite? It is in here. I'm gonna need to bake some more bread soon. I'm almost out. Actually, wait. I'm missing something. I forgot to bring out veggie. I'll never forget that. I wasn't intending to hit through the window, but I don't object. No, I wanted the quiver. Quiver. Okay. Now, sandwich. How about you? All right. Get stuff back in Munchbox. How much do we have left actually? We have enough left for one more batch of sandwiches, but the last sandwich will be a bit smaller. Still pretty good. Alright, let's see. C. B. And C. and then C. Let's see, let's get some more squash. Oi! Okay. Fair enough. We'll dance. Okay, and for the last one, let's do a garlic. I am popular. Get it? Because pop? Okay, I'm pretty sure we have enough tomatoes now for pickling. So let's get that started. Squash, not even close to enough. Let's grab a couple of these. Thought you found your way out of the house. Apparently not. Let's make a project chest. Grab all of those. Grab all of these. And all of these. So, that is the amount of Cassiderite we came back with. That is more than I thought. So 32 stacks and 1. That's 513 Cassiderite at a value of 15. That should be 76 ingots. Just under 77. If I did my math correctly. So 513 times 15 divided by 100, 76.95. That's a lot. That is quite a lot. Okay. So let's see here. this will be 1.5 ingots. So this will be 3 ingots, right? There should be 3 ingots. And for that we need... let's see, this is... no wait, this is Silvershade. We need Tetrahedrite. This should be 7. So that would be how much? No, that can't be true. Oh, that's because, yeah, of course, yeah. 60, not 30, times 35, that's 21. Which is not quite enough. We need 27, so we need 6 more. So that would be the 6. But then there is the issue, bumps. Then we have another issue, because we still need 2 more ingots. So those have to come from these. So for this we need... nine and another 9. Let's see, this would be 2.1, so that would be 3. So this would be the 6 that we need for that bunch. If my math is correct. It might not be. All right. Well, I might as well start. It's going to need a moment to heat up anyway. gonna need some more copper at some point, because most of our copper is gonna go into this. We have this left. It's not much. But I mean, at this point what we need copper for is tools, so it's not like we're going to be using a huge amount right now. And we won't need new copper until we at least get to black steel level. Black steel requires black bronze, and then red steel and blue steel both requires additional alloys that all require it, so... The annoying thing with melting tetrahedrite is it has such a high melting point that you can't simultaneously melt it and pour it, because every time it melts one it knocks down a temperature which knocks it below melting temperature, and then you can't pour. So a little annoying. Okay, while that is cooking... Oh, Rooster found the way out again. Could also be a different rooster and we just have two running about. I'm not a big fan of letting the forge run on its own. But there isn't much that can go wrong right now. And it does take a long time to melt, as you can see. Like, the worst thing that can happen right now more can happen later, but the worst thing that can happen right now is that these run out and the forge turns off. Momo. Let's get a drinky in real life too. Okay, so if we add these 9, that should then bring us to 24. Yeah. So 24, 25, sandwich, we're going to push the limits of the crucible here. We've had a bug where, like, even though it is like it still has space inside, like, because the last thing you want to melt brings it all the way to limit, it fails to melt it. So what we're going to do is we are going to melt not the last of the tetrahedrite, but instead go for the Cassiderite, because I'm a little more scared of the 15 units than the 10 units. So to preserve the correct percentages, we will do it this way. All right. Always a scary time when you start mixing stuff together. Did you get the math right? It's still not bronze. Now it's bronze. It needs to be above 8 and I think below 12 to be bronze. Okay, then we add more tetrahedrite. Temperature needs to get back up again. Tin has such a low melting point that it just eats all the temperature at once. But it does pour very easily as well. There we go. Let's see if we run into the bug. There. So now the question is, will it melt the last one? It does have space for it. There's space for 30. It did do it this time. Doesn't always do that. Now we could try to utilize the excess heat from these to get them to welding temperature, but bronze melts pretty easily and you don't want to risk it, so I find the better choice, even though it does cost more fuel, is to cool down the ingots so that they all have the same base temperature and basically start them over again from the beginning. The next two, we'll do them in pairs because we need to weld them together into double ingots. Then we need to smash them into plates. Then we need to take the finished plates and then weld those together. To become bright. There we go. Okay, it's going to take a little practice. Okay, that felt good. Oh, didn't want to do that. Oh, bumps. Messed that one up. Not a little too long. Okay, crucible is empty. Was that a weird bug where, like, the crucible was empty, but it thought it still had stuff inside? Very weird stuff. So 32 ingots total. That makes 16 double ingots, which makes 16 plates, which makes 8 double plates, which is what we need. See, at this point I don't want to leave the forge. One trick, by the way, if you do that, leave molds in here. If any of them should be destroyed by heating it too much, it should pour into the mold. You might not get all the ingots if you, for instance, have a sheet which is technically 2 ingots. I think that will only give you 1, but it should still save at least 1 ingot, so you can save yourself a little bit by doing that. Ah, fuck. Hammer's still good. Ah, bums. I'm messing up my hammering. Again, we're cooling down the plates so that we get them at the same base temperature, because otherwise we can't guarantee that they heat up at the same temperature or time. And then you might have one that is ready to weld but the other is not, and then you need to pull one out and let it cool down while the other one is still heating, and then suddenly they're reversed. It just becomes a mess. Oh, got to toss those in. bumps. Damn it. There we go. Oh wait, what the hell am I doing? That could have gone really bad. Almost messed that up. Okay, next we need to heat the sheets. Alright, so far so good. First double. Second double.
Please do not leave cases or parcels unattended anywhere on the station. Any unattended articles are likely to be removed without warning.
Completely forgetting to eat. All right. All right, we're close to done. Alright, that was the last one. So I think we're done smithing for now. I just want to pull out the last of the ingots here. Probably turn off the forge by now. The crucible does maintain heat for a little while, so that helps. Forge is shutting off. There goes the forge, but we still have heat in the crucible, so we can still get the last couple of ingots out of there. You should not try to melt anything at that point though, because that will eat all the heat very, very quickly, and then you end up with half-filled stuff. Alright. All right. So, first of all, there we go. First bit of tin. And we still have more we need to make, but don't want to do that right now. But now we can do this, and we officially have the bloomery. So in order for the bloomery to work, you need to have these two blocks, these two blocks, these two blocks, the block in the back, and then the chimney. The rest of the stuff here, that one, that one, that one, that one, that's all decorative. But you do need to have the chimney, and the chimney size determines how big the bloomery is. And at this point we could try to run it, but we don't have very much at all of iron, so let's instead have a look here. We have a magnetite deposit not very far away. And we have a limonite, two limonite actually, not too far away. So let's turn those on and see where they are. We also have one magnetite there. Magnetite is nice because magnetite has no other uses than iron. So limonite, for instance, can be used to make yellow dye. So if you ever want to use yellow dye, you need limonite specifically. So in that sense, magnetite is sometimes nicer to go for. So magnetite there, limonite, limonite, and magnetite. We'll probably go for that one. But we have one flux left. That is a little close. Yeah. Let's fix that. So for the rest of the stream, we'll just do small things. We probably won't be going too much longer, but yeah. So let's see here. Let's first of all go check out the farm. It looks like the cabbage is done. Soybeans are almost done. So yeah, we officially have the bloomery. Now we just need to have something to actually stick in the bloomery. But we have progressed. Oh, squash is also done. Let's see here. need A. 1B for A. So yeah, next stream I think the goal will be to I feel we're gonna need more brine here. Will probably be to get enough iron that we can what is it called, that we can get the things made of iron that we want to have. We will probably not be able to make it next stream because we do need to use a lot of charcoal and we do need to use a lot of time to process it. I think the what is it called? No, not this cheese, the other cheese. That's not enough protein, we're gonna need more. But like every batch in the thingy, like once you have the charcoal and the iron, it's fine, you just have to wait. But it does take like 18 hours, which is like 17 minutes or so, to like do the stuff that you need to do. So for it to process, it needs time. And then once that is done, you end up with a bloom, thereby bloomery. I think it is 2 roosters running about, because otherwise that one is very good at getting inside again. Alright, cabbage. Before we actually dig it, because we have so much Douglas fir, I want to use some of it, especially because we have more that needs to be cut now. There we go. Because if you do it like this, then you don't have to like dig all of the dirt. Let me just do it like this. $47 should be the right amount. There's the last one. So, because the dirt has not been updated yet, it doesn't fall, but if any of them updates, they will immediately fall to the ground. Not like block updates, it's a little different. Like, if they get updated, then they turn into dirt, and then they become physics blocks. Unsupported grass will become dirt and then become a physics block. Grass itself is not a physics block, so it needs to discover that it needs to fall before it actually falls. There we go. Charcoal is basically going to be our life from now on, because we need it for the bloomery, and then when we're done with the bloomery, we need it for the blast furnace. We're gonna need a lot of it. I think I want to start cooking up some more molds. Use Douglas fir for it. Molds or balls? I think balls. Momo. So, now that we have the bloomery, we need iron and charcoal. And then we can make the blooms, then we need to process the blooms. Once we have processed the blooms, we can then make an iron anvil. Once we have made the iron anvil, then we can make the iron things that we want to make, because you need to have the anvil before you can make things. That is a lot of thunderstorms we're getting today. Also very annoying, because I was hoping to cut down trees, and now there's going to be enemies over there. So, first anvil, then the things we want to make out of iron, and then once we're done with that, then we need to start making the blast furnace, and then we need to make the plates for the blast furnace. Then once we have the blast furnace, then we need to start processing steel. Then when we have the steel, we can then make a steel anvil, and then we can get into the finalities. The last big limiter is the blast furnace. That is also why it's so expensive. Because once you have it, you basically have access to everything, and the only thing that's then holding you back is that you need to have all the different metals. You can make the alloys that you need to do stuff. Let's just make a third. I actually only intended to make 2, but 3 won't hurt anything. There is monsters over there. I just looked a little empty, so I figured, I will try. Saplings, please. Bum bum bum. You can stop thundering now, that would be nice. The reason I'm moving a little weird right now is because my knuckle is itchy, so I keep trying to itch it. Or scratch it rather. Be nice with some more saplings. Now if only I would stop thundering. And now it's too late for thunder to stop, because now it's going to be nighttime too. Oh well. And now it stops, of course. It's supposed to be the other way around. How many did we get of these? I'm not sure. We won't count them. Carrots are looking good. All mature. They need A. And this needs a C. Well, maize or tomato? I guess maize, since we already have some tomato in the ground. Let me in box. They have laid a lot of eggs. Do they more now? No. Carrots. Oh, hello. That fellow is worth fighting. Just a spear, and a stone one at that. Not terribly exciting. See, this seems to be doing this weird thing where it doesn't grow the leaves here for some reason. It doesn't have a reason to. While over here it's doing fine. This tree is doing fine. This tree is missing one here, but that could just be that it hasn't grown yet. This seems to... this might still be fine. It's a little weird. Get off the table. All right. I was thinking of something else, but now I can't remember. One thing we should do, though, some of all these sticks we've gotten. Replace some of the ladders that we used to mine. While we're here, more torches, please. This seems to be done already. Could probably make another batch. We'll use most of our Douglas fir, but we don't need as much as we have, and we need the charcoal more eventually. $52, not bad. Not bad at all. All right. I don't know. Thinking maybe we should end off at nightfall, or Either that or next morning. What do you think? Ba, 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 ba. One second. That is enough. Is it gonna last for the last tree? I'm gonna say probably not. Ah, it did. Nice. It's almost enough for just a pile of willow logs in the cooker. So that's definitely nice. I think we end by morning, because then we can do a couple of small things just to organize. I could also do it off stream, but for the sake of like keeping everyone at the same level, progress-wise, I think it's alright to do it together. Even though it isn't the most interesting. Alright, so let's have a look at what we still have here to process. Okay, so 24, so that'd be 36. $36. It's not enough for a full. It's okay. So that will be equatable to 3. So another 3, so 39 Cassiderite plus a bit. $20, $24, $28. That should be 30. $37. $38. And 39 in bismuth. Then we have Svalerite, that's also pretty easy. We have 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. Alright. Let's see, what do we actually have here? 125 iron samples at 10 the value. That's 12.5 ingots. But we're gonna wait with using any of those until we have some other that we need to use. Like, the thing is, when you make the blooms in the bloomery, what you get is, like, if we made it, for instance, out of these, you see these have a value of 10, we have a maximum space of 24, which means 1.5 stack. So 24 at a value of 10, that would be 240 units worth of limonite, or 2.4 ingots. That makes a bloom of 2.4. So what we then do is we have to work it, we have to heat it up, work it on the anvil, that gives a refined bloom. Then we need to take that bloom, heat it up again, then we need to split it. That splits it into equal size, or not equal size, but full size blooms. So we get 2 100 sized blooms and 1 0.4 sized bloom. And the 0.4 sized bloom we can't really do much with. We could melt it down into part of an ingot and then set it to weight, but the partial ingots, those are really annoying, so it is generally a better idea, I find, to try to hit the whole ingot mark, because then you don't have leftover stuff that you need to then figure out the right combination for later. It's not too bad, just it's a little annoying. Like, if you end up with, for instance, a let's see, what if we take, for instance, if we took, for instance, rich magnetite, that would give 8.4 ingots. That means that we need to get something that results in a 0.6 ingot in order to make a new ingot out of it, or we could make 5 of these, which would then equate to 5 times 0.4 ingot, which would be 2 ingots. So it's possible, it's just more annoying if you do it that way. Are you sure you don't want to go outside? Ah, silly rooster. Alright, so we are about to end off. Let's see how we're doing here. We have 2 extra pickaxes. How is our prospector pick doing? It's doing fine. So 2 extra pickaxes, 1 extra prospector's pick. We have the chisel, the hammer, the saw. We're doing pretty good for tools. We could, or we will we will need an extra thingy soon. An extra pickaxe. Okay, let's see here. What was a carrot? So, just before we end off, let's make some noms. Or maybe we should wait. I don't know. Maybe we'll wait. We need to cook bread for it, so for big bread. So we will wait with that because we do need to start a fire for that. But let us go down here and have a sippy. So what have we done today? Just to summarize, well, we started out by preparing to go venturing down south to find the Cassiderite deposit, which we then thoroughly mined. Got a bunch of Cassiderite, more than we will probably ever use, which is good because then we don't have to worry about it ever again. Then we came home. We processed the ore, not all of it, but most of it, and well, about half of it really, and what we needed, used it to create the bloomery, which we now have. So we are ready to enter into the next tier. That's also another reason, by the way, why we shouldn't make the pickaxe quite yet, because the moment we enter into the next tier, this anvil is going to be turned back into ingots. So all of a sudden we will have 2 metal and we won't have to melt down any of our copper and bismuth and stuff. So, yeah. Then we processed some of our materials, and generally it has been a day of making stuff. Making charcoal, making the bloomery, making ingots. It's been a perhaps not the most topic-wise interesting day, but we have made important advances. I'm trying to work here. There we go. Not the biggest hole in that one, but the last one made up for it. It's a good amount of charcoal. That will help a little bit. Right, let's get the dirt down in the basement. We can milk more. We can milk more. And then let's end off. Alright, so that will be it for tonight. Let's hop to the ending screen. So, power up, Papa. Yeah. But yeah, that will be it for tonight. Made important advances. We still need the ore to actually... I'm glad we had fun. We still need the actual ore to do anything with it, but we do have the benefit that we live on conglomerate, which is like prime real estate for finding both magnetite and limonite, so it is likely that there's going to be at least a couple of deposits around us, and it looks like we have at least 4 in the near vicinity, which may not be enough, depends how big they are. Like as I talked about, we need 28 ingots first for what we want out of iron. Then after that we need to get the 156 ingots for the blast furnace. Once we have that, then we need to have 14 ingots for steel. Then we need to have stuff for black steel, which is more. I think it requires, if I remember correctly, it requires 24 iron plus other stuff. And then we need we need more for additional black steel, and then for alloying with what is it called, red steel and blue steel. So lots of iron. Iron will be like the main thing we need to mine, but we will also need the other stuff. We don't have any nickel yet, and we have very little gold and silver, which we also need to figure out. Like, we can't go into black steel without having black bronze, so we need to sort that out. But that will not be tonight, and it will not be next time either, because we first need to go through iron and then we need to fight our way into steel, and that's gonna take a while. So yeah, it's realistic we might be able to at least get close to iron next time. When next time will be, I am not sure. Tomorrow will be the next plan stream, and I do plan on streaming tomorrow. Do keep in mind that it is a dev stream Friday, so we will start a little later than we did today, for instance. Basically 2 hours before now-ish. So yeah, that will be, and I don't know what we will do tomorrow. It depends really on what Moo is up to, if Moo is available. If Moo is available, we might do Pupper Frame, for instance, or something else. Or I might do something else on my own. I don't think tomorrow, though, I would do Terrapuppercraft, because I just did it today, so space out. I keep saying episodes, but it's not really episodes, these streams. But yeah, spread them out a little bit. But we will see what happens. So next planned stream tomorrow, and likely something during the weekend, either Saturday, Sunday, or maybe both. It depends on how I'm feeling. But for now I am going to get going, so thank you very much for watching. I hope that you had fun, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone, and have a lovely evening. Bye bye, everyone, and good night.